Hey there. Let's talk about something that might seem surprising: living alone. In a world where most people are constantly surrounded by others, it can feel like a daunting idea to spend time by yourself. But what if I told you that living alone could teach you more about life and yourself than any relationship ever could? Now, before you dismiss this idea, take a moment to think about it. We live in a time where we're often caught up in the noise of constant interactions, be it through social media, work, or personal relationships. But in that constant rush, we lose the chance to truly understand who we are and what we need. When you live alone, something remarkable happens: you start to reconnect with your inner self. You get a chance to explore your thoughts, your emotions, and your needs in a way that's hard to do when you're constantly surrounded by others. It's like you've created a space for yourself to grow in ways you never imagined. The first and perhaps most important lesson you'll learn when living alone is self-reliance. There's no one else to lean on, no one to rely on for your happiness or success. This might sound scary at first, but it's a gift in disguise. You learn how to solve your own problems, make decisions independently, and trust in your ability to navigate life on your own terms. You'll become the person who is no longer waiting for someone else to fix things or give you direction. You realize that you've had the answers within you all along, you just needed the time and space to hear them. Living alone also teaches you the importance of self-love. Without the distractions of others, you begin to understand what it really means to care for yourself, to value your own thoughts and feelings. This is a kind of love that doesn't rely on anyone else. It's not about getting validation from others, but about learning to find your own worth and accept yourself fully. When you live with others, it's easy to get caught up in the dynamics of pleasing others or trying to be what they want you to be. But when you're alone, there's no one to impress. There's just you and the reflection in the mirror. In addition, living alone gives you the time and space to tap into your creativity. Without external distractions, your mind is free to wander, to imagine, and to create. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, starting a new project, or simply allowing your mind to daydream, living alone offers you the luxury of time to explore your own thoughts and ideas. Creativity flourishes in solitude, and when you allow yourself to just be with your thoughts, you open the door to endless possibilities. When we live with others, we often lose track of what truly matters to us because we're too busy catering to the needs and expectations of others. But in solitude, you rediscover your own passions, your own desires. You reconnect with your purpose. It's easy to get caught up in the demands of a relationship, whether it's family, friends, or a romantic partner. But when you live alone, you have the luxury of not having to answer to anyone but yourself. You can focus entirely on your own goals, your own dreams, and what truly makes you happy. Another valuable lesson that comes from living alone is learning how to manage your emotions. In relationships, we often have others to lean on when we're upset, anxious, or stressed. But when you're by yourself, you don't have that immediate support. This doesn't mean you have to suffer through those emotions alone, rather, it's about learning to cope and process them in a healthier way. Living alone gives you the time and space to feel your feelings, acknowledge them, and move through them at your own pace. It teaches you emotional resilience and how to trust yourself in times of difficulty. Solitude also brings clarity. In relationships, it's easy to get lost in the noise of others' opinions and desires. But when you're alone, you can hear your own voice more clearly. You can reflect on your life, your choices, and your future without the influence of others clouding your judgment. You start to see things for what they truly are, and you gain a deeper understanding of your own needs, your values, and your priorities. This clarity is invaluable, as it allows you to make decisions that are aligned with your true self, not what others think is best for you. Moreover, living alone challenges your sense of independence and personal growth. It pushes you to take responsibility for everything in your life. From managing your finances to taking care of your health and well-being, everything falls on you. While this can be intimidating, it's also incredibly empowering. You learn that you have the strength to handle whatever life throws at you. You become the creator of your own destiny, no longer waiting for anyone else to step in and take charge. The concept of boundaries also becomes clearer when living alone. You learn the importance of setting healthy boundaries with others and, more importantly, with yourself. Without the constant presence of others, you start to realize when you're overextending yourself, when you're not taking care of your needs, and when you need to step back and recharge. Living alone gives you the opportunity to reclaim your energy and your space, and it teaches you how to say no without feeling guilty. While relationships are often seen as the path to personal growth, living alone can offer a different kind of growth, one that is rooted in self-discovery. Relationships often mirror parts of ourselves we need to work on, but when we live alone, we have the chance to address those issues directly. It's like having the time to examine your life from every angle without anyone else's opinions or judgments clouding your perspective. This self-reflection is a crucial part of personal growth, and it's something that only solitude can offer. Living alone can also teach you the value of peace and quiet. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to forget how important it is to simply be still. When you live alone, you're able to create an environment of calmness and peace, which can be incredibly healing for both your mind and body. You don't have to constantly be doing something or interacting with someone. You can just be. And in that stillness, you often find a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. Let's not forget about the growth that comes from facing challenges alone. When we live with others, it's easy to turn to them for help when things go wrong. But when you're alone, you have to rely on your own problem-solving skills. You learn how to face obstacles head-on, without relying on anyone else. This not only builds your confidence, but it also helps you develop a sense of inner strength that can carry you through any situation life throws your way. There's something incredibly powerful about being comfortable in your own company. It's not about avoiding relationships or rejecting others. Rather, it's about learning that you don't need anyone else to complete you. You are already whole, already enough. Living alone gives you the space to explore that idea and think of the truth that you are the master of your own life. Ultimately, living alone can teach you to trust yourself. You learn to trust your decisions, your instincts, and your abilities. This trust becomes the foundation for everything else in your life, including your relationships. When you trust yourself, you attract the right people and opportunities into your life. You no longer rely on others to validate your worth, because you already know your value. So, while relationships are beautiful and important, they're not the only path to growth. Living alone offers a unique opportunity to explore who you truly are, to heal, and to learn to rely on yourself. It's not about loneliness or isolation, it's about creating the space to truly connect with yourself. In the end, the more you understand yourself, the better equipped you are to build meaningful, healthy relationships with others. Living alone can teach you that the best relationship you can have is the one you build with yourself. Before I end, let me encourage you to take a moment and reflect on your own life. How can living alone help you discover more about yourself? How can you use this time to grow and become the person you're meant to be? Take that first step and think of the opportunity to learn and grow on your own terms.